Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction. Very excited about this video. We obviously checked out the original songs in our album reaction, which I would definitely implore you to check out first because I kind of really feel like I am not going to be able to touch on some of the things that I already talked about because of the storytelling aspect and how coherent the album itself was and how kind of symbolic this particular song was in relation to the structure of the album, because there's so many songs that kind of almost contradict, if that makes sense, the idea of Stray Kids kind of blocking the noise in Bleep, for example, making their own ceremony, celebrating their hard work and the good karma, only to go to a song like Phoenix, where they're celebrating the fact that no matter what happens, I will rise up from the ashes like a phoenix. And then we kind of go down with a song like Ghost, where it's kind of almost like a relapse of sorts, where they feel alone, feel as if nobody hears them kind of cry, or no one can hear them, praying for help or something like that. And then we go back to 0001, which is kind of a song that almost makes you want to get back up, and the cycle kind of repeats itself in terms of celebrating yourself, being happy for yourself, blocking the noise, but then eventually there's a bit of a relapse, you get depressed and you start all over again. That's at least kind of how I felt about the album, and I guess I just talked about it, so I guess we don't need to repeat that because I just did. Okay, that was easier than I expected, but it was a little bit more extensive than that because the album reaction was a little bit longer. But I would definitely suggest checking out the album reaction first and then jump into this video. We checked out the original episode where Stray Kids were basically producing this music video, 0801, and Hyunjin basically took on the director's role. Very creative. There were so many cute moments in that video, of course. So if you're interested in that, consider checking out the Patreon. We have a ton of content for Stray Kids, everything from all the episodes of Skiz Code, there's Finding Skiz, all the seasons. We're kind of checking out 2 Kids Room at the moment, but we're taking a break to focus on all of the new content that relate to the comeback. We have the original Survivor show, we have Kingdom Legendary War, and tons of live performances, appearances, variety shows, all kinds of stuff, literally hundreds of just Stray Kids reactions, and over 1,600 probably uploads in total to Survivor shows, variety shows, K-dramas, and all of that good stuff. Other groups if you're interested as well. So you can click on the link in the description. It will lead you to a free post where you can go through a guide, see everything that is available. You don't have to be even a member to just see what's available. And if you're interested in anything, then consider subscribing. And with that being said, let's get into it. We're checking out 0001 first, and then we'll jump into Creed. Yeah, so again, we've seen some of this, the way they made this video from that episode that they did. Oh, you know me so well. Yo, I love how literal Stray Kids are. Literally, Hun is kind of pulling your face from the dirt. That was low-key really cool. Sungmin puts you down, Han takes you out. Oh, and the bubbles. Shout out to Caitlin Benson. Yeah, that was beautiful too. Yeah, that was cool. Oof. Man. Such a wholesome song, and the video just... oh my god. Han is just fed up. Nice. Low-key, it will always remind me of Elevator, because Han was like the first one to get depressed and try to move away, and then the members followed him. So like the fact that they all are right up in his grill, almost literally with Hyunjin, is like just fucking hilarious. Let's look back. I love the song. Like, I love the song because it's like, I know you guys talked about how this is kind of like a fan song, which is obvious. They literally emphasize stay. But like the way this song sits in the album and the order of things, and the fact that after this comes the festival version of Ceremony, which is like a renewed ceremony, like to me, like I felt like the storytelling and like how coherent the album was, and it told like a very clear story from start to finish. It was just beautiful. So even though, yes, this is a song for stay, but it's also like a song that serves this album so well in terms of like the members being there for one another, which makes you think of like even Hollow, which I talked about also in my album reaction, like when everything starts to feel hollow, which is kind of like the song Ghost, in a way, and I feel down and I pray for someone to hear me, were some of the lyrics. And then you have, you know, Felix towards the end of Hollow grabbing all the orbs, and they're starting to shine bright as he's going to save like the day in a way, be the light. So this song kind of like serves like the visual aesthetic of Felix at the end of Hollow, if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. Bangchan is still supportive no matter what. Yeah. Nice. Yo. Fuck yeah. German suplex those feelings. Ah, man. Yeah. Man, I love like literally the blooming flower that Felix was watering in Hyunjin, you know? A beautiful sunflower. Nice. I love the credits. Please tell me they also edited this. I wonder. It would be cool if they actually even edited this video or helped at the very least. But all for Stay. Yeah, clearly this is a Stay song, but at the same time, you know, Stray Kids is Stay and Stay Stray Kids. You know, at the end of the day, you know, songs can have multiple meanings, and just the way the song fits within the album, I just find it so, like, this song, like, on its own, it's beautiful, but when you listen to the album from start to finish and you kind of like listen to Ghost, and then this song comes up next, I think, right? Unless I'm making an idiot out of myself. But it's just beautiful. They've done such a phenomenal job with the storytelling. Not gonna, you know, bore you guys as I did with Bleep, the music video, and talking too much, you know, about the lyrics. We already covered that, so please do check out the album reaction. But like, I kind of like caught myself almost like wanting to tear up a little bit during the "You're doing okay, you're doing great" or "Blooming in the Rain." You know, that part was really, you know, cute, because I feel like we don't really hear that too often. In not to make this like a pity party for myself or anything like that. Like, we literally, I don't think that a lot of us nowadays get those kinds of words of encouragement, because everything is like instant gratification. Everything, you know, we can't really appreciate the moment, and then it kind of like it goes away before we get the chance, and then we just feel depressed and whatever. Like, this song kind of like makes you want to stay, no pun, in the moment, and kind of like appreciate the road that you've made. However fast the pace is, you did it at your own pace, my pace. You know, it kind of like makes me think of also Tortoise and the Hare a little bit, because, you know, it's not about how fast or how slow you're going. It's about the fact that you're going. Life is not a competition. So like, this song kind of like makes you a little bit more appreciative, and kind of like almost like makes you want to just look in the mirror or something like that, or think to yourself like, you know, you've come a long way. You should be proud of yourself, instead of feeling, you know, down or pressure yourself to do so many more things than you can, and just overwork yourself to death or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking this a little bit, but yeah, this song definitely makes me kind of like more appreciative of Stray Kids, and just kind of like make myself feel like I'm doing okay. Like, it can always be worse, you know. I'm doing okay. So let's continue and check out Creed, which is probably one of the best songs on the album. Bleep is still probably my favorite, but Creed, I'm really excited about the actual music video. Because the song itself, the lyrics were just so fucking cool, very powerful. So I do see myself kind of like potentially being in awe if the Unveil track was any indication, and some of the visuals that we saw there. Oh. The birds are like the stay in a way. Oh. Life to my words, yeah, I'm doing what I say. I reach heights from the dirt, yeah, I'm doing what I say. You know I bite the way I bark, yeah, I'm doing what I say. Damn, the visuals are just wild. And like the biker aesthetic. God damn. Yo. Ooh, damn. Yo, Iron is so fucking central. Damn. Yo. Yo. Whoa. I was just about to say that Ian in the car looks like a fucking K-drama villain. Yo, I don't know why. Yo, Mino looks wild. Like, I love the fact that they're talking on the phone. It's almost like them talking on the phone actually makes me think of Bleep and Hun referencing Taken. Like, I don't know who you are, but, I have a particular set of skills. And one of those skills is, I have my foundation, my creed. I bite the way up. And then they say all the lines as if they're having like a phone discussion with someone, as they're emphasizing the fact that I don't fuck around. What I say, I do. And like the fact that they're all like speaking, like I said that in the actual song reaction, I feel like their demeanor throughout the actual chorus, it's almost like they're having like a conversation, like a chill conversation from like a place of, I know who I am, I know what I do. It's like we don't need to prove ourselves and get overly emotional or like yell or scream or anything like that. Like, my words have meaning and have bite to them without needing to scream. There. Yo, that transition was dope. Oh my god. My pace, yeah.
Life to my words, yeah, I'm doing what I say. I reach right from the dirt, yeah, I'm doing what I say. You know I bite the way I bite, yeah, I'm doing what I say. My creed will never fall apart, yeah, I'm doing what I say. I give life to my words, yeah, I'm doing what I say. I reach high from the dirt, yeah, I'm doing what I say. You know I bite the way I bite, yeah, I'm doing what I say. Doing what I say, doing what I say.
Damn. That was dope. That was awesome. Like, probably now maybe like, this is kind of weird because I feel like Bleep has become my #1 song, then Creed might be my second, and then Ceremony. Obviously, we already talked a lot about the lyrics, and I do feel like what sets this music video a little bit apart from something like Bleep, which was very, very ambitious, like from a CGI perspective, from an editing perspective, like that was like hella expensive, hella hard work. It looks absolutely incredible. This music video strips down a lot of what you see in Ceremony and Bleep. It strips down all the special effects and it just kind of like boils down to one thing, which is kind of like their creed, right? It boils down to foundation. It boils down to like simple mannerism, simple words in terms of like the delivery in the chorus, like chill, cool, calm, collected, but having a lot of emphasis behind what they're saying. There is like still so many cool things going on. Obviously, like the way the buildings begin to shake when it goes to the verse with Hyunjin, then drops to Felix. You have all the birds flocking together, which is kind of like a symbolism, I guess, of Stray Kids, of Stay, just in general, But I actually caught a comment that was posted about like 40 minutes ago. So apparently somebody did a bit of a research on one of the flowers that was featured in the music video, which is the trumpet creeper flower. In language of flowers, the trumpet creeper is often associated with ambition, and the drive for achieving great things. Its vigorous and sprawling growth habit symbolizes enthusiasm and the boundless pursuit of one's dreams. And the trumpet creeper's symbolism of growth and new beginnings makes it an ideal plant for events like graduations, career milestones, and other celebrations of achievement. Its presence in such settings can serve as a metaphor for new heights and ambition to be reached. And also, On the other hand, the butterflies in the MV simply represent Stray Kids' transformation, hope, and rebirth, which we talk a lot about butterflies in our reactions to K-pop just in general, because it's a very commonly used, insect in terms of like its great symbolism of transformation, new beginning, new journeys and all that kind of stuff. So definitely appreciate the little symbolism on the flower, because you literally have IN, and the flower begins to kind of like wither. And unlike my creed will never wither. The flower might. My ambition, like I am that flower. Like there's something really, really cool, because if you look at the details, IN actually has an earring that is a flower. Maybe even a sunflower or something, like some sort of a flower. So he has like flower on him, even though the flower withers, he will not. So it's kind of like very, very interesting in that regard. Obviously, the fact that this music video was filmed in Frankfurt, in Germany, and like this song just fits a European vibe so well. So they did a phenomenal job having the time to actually film while all their crazy shit is going on. So like the butterfly surrounding Felix was like a cool representation of like these new journeys that we constantly take on, new beginnings and all that kind of stuff. New album, new beginning. Hyunjin, holy shit, like his aesthetic is wild. Mino on the phone, also like they all have like some sort of a band-aid or something like that, in a way to kind of like emphasize a little bit of like scoring or something among those lines. Battle tested or something like that. Now it's kind of interesting because you have the line, I ain't tripping, parkour over the nasty obstacles, slide, jump, as literally there's like the scene with Chung-bin, and behind them there's like dudes doing parkour, jumping around or something like that. But one thing that I touched on in the Unveil track is the cross that Hun wears. It's like my creed, my belief system, my foundation. It's like not hiding what I believe in. And almost like the double cross, kind of like doubling down on my belief, so to speak. It's kind of funny. Like it's just a stylistic choice, I guess. I've seen a lot of like people kind of like wear double crosses, like 2 chains with crosses or something like that. But it's kind of funny. It's almost like doubling down on the fact that I'm not ashamed of what I believe in, no matter how someone might look at me. Also, that's something, the religious aspect, something that we very much discussed with Felix, with his like Beauty and the Beast music video that he did for one of the albums, right? So that's really, really cool, in my opinion. Like the fact that I'm not going to back down and I'm gonna share proudly, that's part of my creed in a way too. So this is really, really dope. Like there's like, the more you look at the music video, like the more symbolisms you notice. Also, IN is not only wearing like a flower earring, but there's also like a ring on his finger that resembles the same flower here. So that's also really, really cool. Again, like the little band-aid over the eyebrow with Mino as he's like staring down. So it's like somebody looking through a rear view mirror at Mino, and he's like very calmly but very distinctly is stating the fact that I do whatever the fuck I say that I'm going to do. So that was really, really cool. The transition from Mino to Hyunjin is one of the smoothest transitions I think I've ever seen. It's so clean and it's kind of simple because it's like a split screen, but like the positioning, the composition is just beautiful. And you have like these dudes just jumping, sliding around, much like the lyrics. I never trip, I parkour over the obstacles. Like I love the fact that they included like this underground kind of like culture, because I come from the ground up, and it kind of fits within Bleep also, as we have like all these layers, all these stories, all these stores, like the building from the basement all the way to the top, reaching the top of the mountain. Like I still, deep down, like my foundation is strong, and that's why I reached the top. But I'm not afraid of going back down and like coming straight back to the underground where I came from, if that makes sense. The visuals are very captivating. Like I'm stuttering a little bit, sorry. But yeah, the visuals are captivating. The aesthetic of the video and like the way they kind of like managed to get that European vibe because they filmed in Germany, in Frankfurt. I feel like it did this song wonders. Honestly, it puts it on another level, and almost makes it feel a little bit more indie, if that makes sense. And the fact that, you know, they probably didn't have as much of a budget because they were filming on the go like that in a different country. So it's not the same as Bleep or Ceremony, obviously, which is a title track. So it's a different budget. But at the same time, you know, I feel like this video was more like back to basics. Still had some really cool effects with the building shaking with Felix and Hyunjin, and the transitions were really, really cool. There's some glitching going on with Hyunjin as they go to the split screen with Sungmin, and there's like cuts to fire. Like, we still got the fire, the passion within us. Like, our fire is strong, it's always burning. Our creed, our foundation, and our belief system is something that is never going to be shaken, you know. So this was awesome. Sorry for I don't know if that makes sense. Let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed this reaction. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.